What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
All right, this is another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualia, sitting here with Marvizan and Mike Molyneux, per usual. Guys, again, NFL Draft happened this past weekend. It was pretty wild. There was some good picks. There was some big trades. Josh Rosen obviously sent over to Miami. Kyler Murray picked. I wish we had a roundtable on that. I wish we could talk about that because that is a wild scenario to me. I do not understand what the Cardinals are really doing because, again, I mean, I just said this in a previous roundtable. You don't know how these kids are going to be, so you got rid of Josh Rosen that early. It's a very confusing process, but whatever. We'll move on. We're not here to talk about the Cardinals. Ever. How do you feel? So the Patriots in the first round this year did something that Belichick's never done before, and that was draft a wide receiver. N'Keal Harry, big kid, 6'2", 225 pounds. Famous. I remember the play from last year. I didn't know much about the kid. Truthfully, I don't watch much college football, but I remember the highlight, falling down, making a spectacular one-handed catch. The kid's a beast. The kid's a big boy. The knocks on him, he's not that fast, but he's fast laterally. I don't know. I'm not an NFL scout. There's a lot of people seem to like this kid. Arizona State product. But guys, the question here is, how do you feel about the Patriots going after a wide receiver in the first round? Should they have? And specifically N'Keal Harry, do you like the pick overall? Because I mean, again, it shocked a lot of people. When I saw N'Keal Harry pop up as the first round pick, I was taken aback a little bit. Marv, what do you think? Are you happy with this?
I'm ecstatic about this pick. I really love it, man. It took me, I was shocked myself when it happened, but then when you look at it, hey, we all did. I finished watching the Endgame and they still haven't drafted. You know, if you watch Endgame, how, you know, you just want to go to bed after that movie. So I stayed up to see what the Patriots did. Getting N'Keal Harry is huge. Like you said, yeah, sure, he's not a burner, but he fights for every ball. And Brady and him will be a perfect match because, you know, Brady, he's a precision passer. If you can, you know, get the ball in tight ropes, tight circles, that's what he likes. And he can be, you know, not a Gronk replacement, but mimic what Gronk was able to do. Gronk was not burning anyone down the field, but he found a seam, and that's where Brady would hit him. And I think that would be perfect. Someone who fights for the ball, goes up and gets it. We've been missing that for years. I mean, Patriots really have receivers that are tall. We're going to talk about Chris Hogan, 6'1". We know he couldn't fight for the ball. We know that was his knock. So this is huge. And then when you start thinking about it, and you start looking at this wide receiver, the offense in general, we mentioned the running backs. We know about Michelle. We know about White. Then you look at the receivers. If Demaryius Thomas could come back healthy, now you add in this kid, N'Keal Harry, MVP, Julian Edelman, and possibly Josh Gordon could come back sometime in the year. Now you're talking about an offensive weapon. So I love this pick, man.
All right, Mike, before we jump over to you, guys, let me tell you that tonight's Patriots Roundtable, like always, is powered by our friends at betonline.ag. Guys, you got to use this because I've been using it for the Bruins games, although don't bet. If you're a Bruins fan, don't bet on Bruins games because it just makes it that much more stressful. The second season is underway in the NBA, and the Celtics are taking on the Bucks. So, guys, don't bet on the Bruins. Bet on the Bucks and the Celtics because that is where the money's at right now. Confidence high, willing to place a wager, don't know where to start. There's only one place to get in on all this action. Grab the odds and allow the experts at betonline.ag to do the heavy lifting for you. Sports, live betting, virtual casino, you name it. Betonline.ag is CLNS Media's preferred sports book online. If you're feeling lucky and would like to support our podcast, go to clnsmedia.com/PatsRT. Again, very important, clnsmedia.com/PatsRT. And use the promo code CLNS50 for that 50% sign-up bonus. Guys, math, that's half. That's CLNS50. BetOnline.ag, your online sportsbook experts. Go online or use your mobile phone to sign up today at betonline.ag and try in-game live betting where you can participate with all the action with every single play. Use the promo code CLNS50 for a 50% sign-up bonus. BetOnline.ag, your online sportsbook experts. All right, Mike, how do you feel? First round Patriots wide receiver N'Keal Harry.
So here we go. another draft where the Patriots are taking a chance on a wide receiver. And we've seen how it's played out over the years. But what's different with this draft is the Patriots used their first round pick on a wide receiver. I wish I did all the research, but I don't remember the last time the Patriots took a wide receiver in the first round.
Not in Bill Belichick's era.
I don't think the Patriots have taken a wide receiver in the first round since Bill Belichick, like you said, Marv. So the fact that they did this and took Harry with this pick, they have to be really high on this guy. I mean, anytime you take somebody in the first round, you have to be pretty high on that person. So, the Patriots' track record has shown that their draft picks at wide receiver hasn't really panned out. Who's the one guy or two guys you can maybe talk about? Edelman, possibly. So when I see this pick, I'm trying to block out all the negative history with the Patriots and drafting wide receivers, and I'm trying to be hopeful and say, wow, Belichick and his staff, they have this much confidence in this kid that they can take him in the first round. They could have drafted a wide receiver with all their draft picks. They could have took another wide receiver somewhere later in the draft and hope that they can integrate him into the system and whatnot, and he turns into something. Hopefully, they took this guy first round draft pick. So I'm going to have faith and believe that the team knew what they were doing with this pick. Marv pretty much explained everything about this guy and what he can bring to the table. I'm not mad about it at all. Would I have been upset if they didn't make this pick and they took some wide receiver later? I don't think I would. I would have felt any type of way.
I just don't think we saw it coming. I don't think anybody saw it coming.
Of course not. But
especially with Metcalf still on the board.
That's another guy you could bring into the equation.
Is Metcalf overrated, though, just because he's jacked out of his mind?
Yes, absolutely. But when you look at wide receivers, Harry wasn't, someone you thought of first round right away. There was Metcalf, there was Brown. So, hey, we just didn't see it coming.
Yeah, it surprised a lot of people. And I mean, you talk about Metcalf. Some people, I know I don't want to, stray too far away, but some people saying, hey, take Metcalf, and even if he's not a great wide receiver, could he be transitioned into a tight end because of how big he is and whatnot? That's another conversation you could possibly have. But anyways, yeah, N'Keal Harry, hopefully it's something special for the Patriots, especially as they continue to move on, and they can develop this guy into something, reliable for the system.
Yeah, you know why I like this pick? I like the pick because it caught us off guard, but that's because what's the Patriots' mantra always been when they draft? The Patriots' mantra has always been take the best guy available at that time. Not really depending on position, take the best guy who is on the board. And they didn't do that this year. I'm not saying N'Keal Harry might not have been the best player on the board at the time, but the Patriots fulfilled a need. All offseason, we've been saying, look at this Patriots depth chart. Once Gronkowski left, who is Tom Brady going to throw to? Sure, they've added Demaryius Thomas since then, but he's a question mark. We don't know how he's going to be. You mentioned Josh Gordon earlier. Nobody knows if Josh Gordon is going to actually play. So taking this guy is taking a position of need, which is big. To me, that tells you that the Patriots recognize that their receiving core is nothing great right now, or nothing decent, because you had Philip Dorsett, Julian Edelman. Realistically, those are the only two guarantees who are going to work out. And Philip Dorsett's tough to say work out because you don't know what kind of season you're going to get out of that kid. So taking him, it makes me very happy that the Patriots finally took a position of need. Again, the depth chart, man, it's rough. It's just real rough for the Patriots receivers. Now, his talent level, we don't know how it's going to be, but from everything that we've seen in the college days, the kid fights for the ball. And what does Brady like to do when he goes downfield? He chucks that thing up in the air. We love Tom Brady. He's been excellent. Sure, we've had our qualms with him. But the thing is, I mean, when he throws downfield, he typically throws the ball straight up, and the receiver's going to have to fight for it. We saw Josh Gordon do that against Indianapolis this season. And that's what this kid seems like he's going to be able to do. He's a big-bodied kid, 6'2", again, 225 pounds. I think that's going to be big for Tom Brady's deep ball game if they use him that way. Because, I mean, not Bill Belichick, who God knows how Bill Belichick's going to utilize this kid. Nobody knows. All right, guys. Anything else you want to say about the Patriots draft before we hang up?
I hope that with these picks that they made, just we'll see how they integrate it, and hopefully a lot of them pan out. You know, you hope that these guys pan out into something as they continue to move on into the future.
This is going to be weird to say, but hopefully luck is on the Patriots side. I get it. They've won Super Bowls, been there 3 years in a row. But man, year after year, it seems like with these draft picks, they all like blow their knees, get hurt. We have to wait till
That is
next year.
true.
Like it every year, Patriots look like they have a decent draft, and they just don't play no more. We don't see him. I think Derek Rivers still recovering. We don't even know what happened to him. So let's just hope that some of these guys will have a chance to really show what they're made of this year and actually make an impact. We saw what they can do healthy with Sony Michel, huge impact on this team. So hoping for the best.
All right, guys, this was another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. Nick Qualia, Marvazan, Mike Molyneux. We will be back next week. Hopefully there's some huge Patriots news that we could talk about. Maybe we'll talk about more draft picks. I'm not sure. We'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out our link or use our link, code CLNS50 for betonline.ag. CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable, Nick Qualia, Marvazan, Mike Molyneux. Guys, we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.